Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the New York Mets going up against the Athletics. We get a chance to watch one of the hottest bats in the game. He's been huge for his team, Singy.
Yeah, just impressive contact and seems to find every gap available, Boog. I can't wait to see him in action in this one. Practically unstoppable as of late.
First pitch coming your way next. So just about set now. And our pitcher in this game, J.P. Sears.
Yeah, ZRA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
And a swing and a miss there. Stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Lined, and that's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
He was all over that one. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Here's Juan Soto.
I thought this was a fun note on Soto. In 2023, he hit home runs in Mexico, Canada, and the U.S. I don't think it matters where Soto plays. He's going to hit home runs everywhere he goes.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Lindor the move. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Runner goes again. Pitch is low. And safe. It's a stolen base. Runner at second, nobody out. Runner goes again. Pitch is high. Throw to third. Save. And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away. At the belt and fires. Oh, look at the stop. Throw to first. Run scores, but a terrific play to get the out.
Good situational hitting right there. Grounds out. Gets that run in from third. They get on the board first.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Got him looking for the K. That was pretty nasty.
Well, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter, and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
And now it's Mark Vientos. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's in there standing up with a two-out double. Now a relay to second.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
So runner at second, two down. Now the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. On the ground, Muncy in plenty of time to first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. One run, a pair of hits, no errors, and one left on. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Mets 1 and the A's nothing. And we're back. And today's starting pitcher, Griffin Canning. Not the best results a year ago, looking for better this season, Chris.
Yeah, and I think this guy understands that if he doesn't make quicker adjustments and show improvement, that the patience that his manager has will not last as long as it did last year. So we'll see if he can get off to a great start. Perhaps the work that he did in the offseason will show good results early on, but he's got to get out of the gates going strong, or else he may find himself in the bullpen or back in the minor leagues.
Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
Brent Rooker getting ready to hit. One down, base is empty. Swing and a foul, pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one, punching out the first 2 hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
Breaking ball in there for a strike. 2 out, space is empty. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side in the first.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Top of the second, so now here's the Mets DH, Starling Marte. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Muncy makes the grab, 1 down. And now it's Jose Siri. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
And that misses. And the count 2-1. Next offering is fouled back. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. That's out number 2.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
2 down, base is empty. And now Luis Angel Acuna. Left field. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. We played an inning and a half. It's 1-0. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's the power hitting catcher, Shea Langoliers. And it remains 2-2. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes. Larry Bullard making the calls behind the plate for us in this one. Pretty good strike zone. Well reviewed by those we talked to around the league.
Yeah, he's an umpire. He doesn't get a lot of looks from players, maybe here and there once in a while, but he's appreciated back there.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
This is J.J. Bleday. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Vientos on his way over. Snags it for the second out.
Batting 6, the left fielder.
Here's Miguel Andujar.
Andujar.
That's ripped. Base hit. And that keeps the inning alive. Jacob Wilson up next for the A's.
Wilson.
2 outs. That one the other way, and it goes just foul. Hammered, and this one could be extra bases. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The relay, he's safe. It's 1-1.
Back-to-back base hits. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's the third baseman, Luis Urias. Late with the swing there.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
And a swing and a miss. They limit the damage here. A's get one on the RBI double. All even at 1 apiece. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Lede settles under it. And there's one down.
Now batting, shortstop Francisco.
So the lineup
Lindor
flips over. Here's Francisco Lindor. Hard hit left side. Handles, throws to first. Lindor retire. And now it's Juan Soto. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power, but then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable, and because he
takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down for him there. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. All tied 1-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the rookie second baseman, Max Muncy. And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Just a great slider right there. And I think the key for pitchers and what hitters don't want to see is if a pitcher misses with that pitch, that he misses off the edge of the strike zone rather than in the middle of the strike zone. And right there, excellent execution, and it finished up in a perfect spot.
Fights that one away, still 1-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
In the air, right field. Soto going after it. He's got it. 2 away now.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Next up for the A's, Brent Rooker. 2 down, nobody on. That to right. Soto moving under it. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. We played 3 full innings, and we're tied at 1. And we're back. Stepping in the long ball threat, Pete Alonso. making the count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. That pays his third of the game.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
And next for the Mets, Mark Vientos.
He's an intimidating presence in the batter's box. I mean, even when he's swinging and missing, I still don't know how confident pitchers are that, hey, when he walks to the plate, this guy's an out. I know there have been some tough times, but I think each pitcher knows that, yeah, I could be the guy where he gets everything right and he hits it 500 feet.
No doubt.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there, and I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in, kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it. And not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
Warning track, wall, and you can touch them all, baseball man. He made him pay for that one. His second of the year, and that gives him a lead. It's 2-1. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spit on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
So 2 away with nobody on. Starling Marte up to hit. Swing and a line drive, and that one's a base hit out into left center field. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Now a chance for Jose Siri. The 1-1 is fouled off. Marte off of first with 2 away. Runner goes again. And down on strikes he goes. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo blast. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Bottom of the 4th, and here's the first baseman, Tyler Soderstrom. That's inside.
You know, these A's showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Goes down looking.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
And that one is lifted in the air. Soto gets under it. Puts it away for the out. 2 down. And here is J.J. Bleday. 2 down, nobody on. We're here at the bottom of the 4th. On a line, base hit.
Now batting.
Next up for the A's, Miguel Andujar. Line drive. Gets it to first. And that is the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Mets 2 and the A's 1. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Bleday brings it in, and there's one down.
The catcher, number 14,
Next to hit, Luis Torrens.
Torrens.
Fly ball center field. Bleday. And there's two away.
Now batting, shortstop, Francisco.
So the batting order turns
Lindor.
over. Francisco Lindor now at the plate. Up the middle. On to first. Lindor retired. And that is that. So they go quietly there. Home half of the fifth coming up. It's the Mets 2 and the A's 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton. And set to get us started. Bottom five, Jacob Wilson. And that is out of play. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. And there's one down.
Now batting, the third baseman, Luis.
Here's Luis Arias. One down, base is empty.
Ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Tried to get inside on him, but he was ready for it. Just kept his hands in and turned on the pitch. Quick bat through the zone.
One down. Now it's the second baseman, Max Muncy. Man at first, one away. See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today.
Well, big strikeout right there, and maybe a little controversial with the call. I think he got a little bit of favor on the mound, no question about it. It's not exactly what you want to see in a big spot like that, and I'm sure there's some chirping going on from the dugout, making it clear that wasn't his best call behind the plate today.
Lawrence Butler up next for the A's.
2-1.
The count 2-1. That's out to center field. Siri in position. And that is that. So one hit is all they get. We're through 5. It's the Mets 2 and the A's 1. And we're back. Top of the 6th inning. Juan Soto now. Now a screamer into the outfield. He's got it. And a quick out, number 1.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Next offering is fouled back. 1 out, base is empty. That one almost got him. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're the top half of the 6th. Got him. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Here's a 1-1. Out to short. No play. That's an infield single.
With 2 outs, you just want to find a way to keep the line moving for the next guy. So an infield single right there does the job. Nicely done, just putting it in play and getting down to first to keep this inning alive. You never know what might come next as a result.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. He went deep back in the fourth. A pretty important swing of the bat in this ball game.
Yeah, Boogie, he didn't waste any time. He jumped all over that pitch and saw it the entire way. You talk about squaring it up. He didn't miss a stitch on the baseball.
That one fouled off, 2-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Mets strand one, but they still lead it 2-1. Well, we go bottom six. Here's some real power at the plate. Brent Rooker. Next offering popped in the air, right field. One away.
The first baseman, number 21.
And now the first baseman, Tyler Soderstrom.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Runner on at first with one gone. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Shea Langoliers. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. On a dead sprint, racing back. Can't get there. This one lands foul. With the go-ahead run at the plate here in the bottom of the sixth. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Whip number 9 for him in this game. 9.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Sneaks through, base hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
The left fielder, number 22.
So up next, Miguel Andujar. To the right side. To second, there's Lindor. That's the inning. 2 left on. We're through 6 full. It's the Mets 2 and the A's 1. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Noah Murdock.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Murdock.
Liner, base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Didn't try to do too much with it, just to really control the simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with hitters trying to launch and hit home runs, but sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
And stepping in for New York, Jose Siri. Marte on the move. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. And there's one down.
The batter, number 2, second baseman, Luis Angel Acuna.
So digging in, Luis Angel Acuna. Marte on the move. Fly ball to right. Butler makes the catch, and there's 2 down. Here's the catcher to hit, Luis Torrens.
Luis Torrens.
One now. And there's a ball.
1 strike.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field, and that's a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Now batting.
Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
And now it's Frankie Lindor. 2 on, 2 outs. That's a base hit. Headed for the plate. Here comes the throw. He'll score, and they take a 2-run lead.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good, balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
So up next, Juan Soto. So RBI spot, but Chris, this is a guy that is not really swinging the bat all that well here.
In this situation, you have a real good opportunity to get swings and misses and record a strikeout. I think you attack him in this spot.
Drilled to right, way back there, and that is gone. And they add on. It's 6-1. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time. Changeup up in the zone is a hitter's dream. It's a BP fastball, but you're playing in real time. Most times, the pitcher's asking for a new baseball, just like right there.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he will make a move to dip into the A's bullpen. Noah Murdock will depart. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. So a new pitcher on the mound for the A's, Justin Sterner. He's making his 4th appearance of the season. Here's Pete Alonso. Up the middle and a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
And next will be the Mets cleanup hitter, Mark Vientos. 2 outs. And now 2-1. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. And now 2 aboard. To third, Tag got him! And they're happy to just get off the field after that frame.
Sometimes managers want their players to be aggressive. A little questionable, though, trying to go first to third on that knock. But you got to give credit to the defense. They made a perfect throw to get him at third.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Jacob Wilson. And a strike.
Well, timing is the key to great hitting, and right now that door is still locked. They haven't been able to figure out pitch sequences, and it's impacting them across the board. This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot in.
Oh, nice stop on a slide. Nicely done for the out.
We saw a few skills on display there for the out. Technique was great, reaction time was there, and the slide was smooth. Watching that play come together was really fun.
Now at the plate, Luis Urias. Cut on and lifted in the air. And that'll fall for a base hit.
That's back-to-back singles for him. I don't know
batter,
how he's
number
able to
10.
shoot that pitch the other
Second
way and
baseman,
still put
Matt
something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
And now it's going to be Max Muncy.
This is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of change-ups. Probably won't see another one here.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. Nimmo makes the grab on the run.
Those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put
right
it into
fielder,
his
number 4,
highest gear and go a
Lawrence.
long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Now here's the leadoff hitter for the A's, Lawrence Butler. Fought off foul. Smash to the left side. They take the force out, and that's the third out. The A's strand one. They trail it 6-1. And we're back, ready to begin the eighth. Here's the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. Hit in the air right field, and that one way back there, and that is way gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 7-1.
And with the 6-run lead, there are fans that are starting to head to the exits. You see how he stays square to the plate. He takes a breaking ball that's away, gets around it, gets it up in the air, and hits a long home run. Not exactly the way that you teach it in the cage, but you'll take the result.
Here's Starling Marte. Line drive, base hit.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jose.
So a man at first. Now here is Jose Siri. The 1-1 is fouled off. Got him swinging. Applies the tag, and they get two. Double play.
Boog, this is the part of the game that oftentimes is overlooked. This is the grunt work. Great job of the catcher using his body to deaden that pitch, keeps it close, and then throws a strike down to second. Hats off.
Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
And that's in the dirt.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, too. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
And they'll do it again. Out to short, Wilson. Third out. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's 7-1. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
The designated hitter, Brett Rooker.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike two. Canning still out there to pitch the eighth and working with a big lead.
He's been excellent, really on his game in this one, and at this point, he wants to finish what he started.
And here's the first baseman, Tyler Soderstrom.
Tyler. Soderstrom.
One down, base is empty.
Hey!
He's been very consistent with his command out there on the mound, consistently throwing at the knees. Pretty impressive when a guy can repeat his delivery like this.
Hit weakly on the ground.
Foul.
And foul ball. The 1-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Clearly hoping he could get a swing and miss on that, but doesn't fool the hitter with that breaking ball. Nice job, just couldn't keep it fair.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Base is empty, one away. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Line drive, base hit. So a man aboard, and here's the catcher, Shea Langoliers. And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming.
Pitching for
Reed
New York.
Garrett comes on now.
And he's got a
75.
nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Way out front for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 straight.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Oh, tough night at the dish. Punching out for
Now
the 3rd
batting,
time right
center
there. He just
fielder,
hasn't looked very
JJ.
comfortable at the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now. Not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. They'll have some adjustments to make.
Strike 2.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
1-2.
Soderstrom, the runner at first with 2 gone. Rip right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. He leaves the yard to right. It's 7-3. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it. Sometimes we say it's a sinker that didn't sink. Well, that was a splitter that just didn't split. Kind of like a BP fastball, that when you throw that pitch, don't expect to get it back. You're getting a new baseball from the umpire.
And the batter now, Miguel Andujar. Line drive, base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Two down. Breaking ball misses down and away.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. A's draw closer on this homer. It's now a 4-run lead at 7-3. It's Major League Baseball on the show. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, T.J. McFarland.
Well, I got to think he probably has a little extra in the tank facing his former team, and there's not a player in the league that doesn't get a little extra motivation when he plays against his old squad.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field, and that will fall.
The batter, the shortstop.
So back to the top of the order. Francisco Lindor up now for the Mets. And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 straight.
That one almost got him. Nobody out, runner at first. And that one almost hit him.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Hit on the ground, might be 2. He flips it to second in time. Back to first, and it's over his head. Throw to first, but he beat it.
Well, he hung in there in second to get the out, but the return throw to first was way offline, and I have to think the runner coming in the second had a part in that. You can't assume the double play, but because the batter moves up past first, he does get charged with the throwing error right there.
Now, Juan Soto. He's trying for third. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And now he's up to 3 stolen bases in the game. Lindor stands at third with 1 gone in the inning. Ground ball up the middle. Slings to first. They get the out on Soto.
Good arm side run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
The first baseman.
So up next for New York, Pete Alonso. The 2-1. There's the strike of the knees. Ripped towards third. Urias to first in time. And that takes care of Alonso. And that is that. A hit and an error in the inning, but they fail to score. 8-9-1 due up in the bottom of inning number 9. It's the Mets 7 and the A's 3. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Siri hauls it in, and there's 1 away. Max Muncy up next for the A's.
Second baseman, Max Muncy.
Fouls 1 off. 2-2. That one hit to right. Soto gets under it and makes the grab. And there's 2 down.
The right fielder, number 4, Lawrence.
So they're down to their final out. Lawrence Butler up next for the A's. Next one misses, and that's ball 2. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the last half of inning number 9. This ball's chopped on the ground. On to first, ball game. And the Mets take game 1 of the series on the road.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract them. In fact, they looked like they were playing a home game. Excellent job to set the tone for this series.
7-3 is how this one ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.